me, and I'm trying to lift that leg up.
Oh,
This leg would
Rashida.
not move to save my life, and the other leg would not hold me, and I went down, boom,
Oh,
right in the floor. So I laid there. She helped me up, and it's more stuff in between y'all. And so anyway, so I decided to go to the doctor. Went to go stand. She got my mom's walker. I couldn't even stand enough to move the walker.
mm,
That makes sense because it didn't have wheels, so I had to
yeah,
manually
you
lift it,
did.
move it.
Yep.
And I got almost to the door, bam, right back on the floor.
No.
So yes, that's what I was thinking. Like this is stupid. So we called the ambulance, went to the hospital. They did all the scans, told me it was arthritis.
Oh no.
They wanted to give me a pain pill and
Mhm.
a wheelchair. I refused to go home like that. So they put me in observation. That was a whole nother story that I'm not going to recount. So I left observation and went to a rehab facility, which is basically a nursing home, a
Mhm.
rehab facility, um, and stayed there for it may have been 8 weeks.
Oh wow.
6 to 8 weeks for rehab. So when I got there, I could walk a few steps on the walker, but when I
Mhm.
tell you it hurt
It
Hey,
my
hurt.
Rashida,
legs.
is Shelly in the background?
Yes, my
Okay.
and my back, my back, my legs, and the longer I stood, it went down, straight down. Hey, Shelly.
Hey, Shelly.
Hey y'all, I said well, they just ignoring me.
No, I said I
I didn't.
looked up. I was trying to stream out, and I was like, "She probably not looking down."
She was in the moment. It was all
Right.
good.
Go ahead, girl.
So anyway, so I could walk, and but it was painful. But about the first week I was there, I went from being able to take a few steps to not being able to stand at all. They had to like pull me out of the wheelchair. I could not literally stand. So I went all the way down, and then about time I was thought I would lose my mind and go crazy. All of a sudden, it's like my strength just came back. Like okay, so I was able to then be able to get up. I still was hurting, but I still could do it. So long story short, I was there till December 4th.
Oh
Came
wow.
home. I've been recouping at home with outpatient therapy. Um, I'm walking a lot better with a lot less pain, with the change of medication. As long as my muscles get stronger, they expect me to get stronger, blah, 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 blah. But they keep saying it's going to take time. Doesn't, any illness can take your strength quickly, but it takes a longer time to get it back.
Mm.
So that's what I'm doing. So therefore, I haven't, even before I fell, I don't think I've been was in the garden much in September. Um, because I couldn't even
Yeah.
go out there and do what I needed to do and then come in. I think the last thing I harvested really might have been my sweet potatoes. And that's because I told my sister, I said, girl, I got to get these potatoes out. I can't
Mm.
leave potatoes out here in the cold. So we got the potatoes out. So, um, and then I planted me and my niece, my god sister's kids. We planted some things, and I don't know. I don't know what state it's in. So therefore, since let's say the end of September till today, I have not seen the garden except
Mm.
for the video that Jennifer sent me. Probably like my first couple of weeks in the rehab center. So that's why I don't have any garden answers as far as the winter of 2024, the fall of 2024. I ain't got no answers for y'all. Uh, but I can tell you what my hopes are for 2025. So Ruth Kelly says she's in Clinton, Mississippi, Zone 8B. So we do have a gardener watching. Thank you for being
Yes.
here, Ruth Kelly. We got Shelly that finally made it on because I was run off at the mouth. I called myself gonna look, but I can't look down. Anyway, either way. Thank you, thank you, Cynthia, for cutting in because your girl can talk. All right, I think I went through all the comments. So everybody's been introduced. Shelly, go ahead and
Hi, Kelly.
introduce yourself, Shelly.
And Tierra's here too. Was it Tier?
Yeah, it's Tierra.
Okay, Tier and Linda and Xavier,
I
and
think Jennifer here too. I think he said him and
Jennifer, and all of StreamYard. I am Shelly. Oh, I ain't really look. I should change my name. I am going to come up with. Let me just tell y'all. I am going to come up with a YouTube channel name, and then we will be set for the year. So my name is Shelly Gauze. I am in Clinton, Maryland, Prince George's County, also known as the DMV because we are DC, Maryland, and Virginia all intertwined up in here. And I am in zone 7. I don't be known 7A, 7B. Some years it's 7A, some years it's 7B. You know, climate change is real.
He said it's real.
And I still consider myself a novice gardener. So, you know, I'm here to learn from the greats, Lisa and Cynthia.
No, ma'am, not the great.
Yeah, let me tell y'all. Let me see. Wait, whose video? I think I was watching your video today, Lisa. Shh. Church. I'm starting your seed. Oh wait, is that Jacqueline up there?
It is. Hey, lady.
Yeah, that's Jacqueline. Yeah.
Lisa not in here.
No,
Right.
Lisa,
So Jacqueline threw me off with that hat. I was like, that's Lisa up there. But no, that's Jacqueline.
Yeah, it's me.
Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait for this conversation to happen. I'm so glad you're here.
So Shelly, what are you growing in? Are you growing in ground containers? What are you growing in?
Are you asking that of me or Jacqueline?
You.
I am doing in-ground raised beds, whatever works.
Whatever works. Whatever works. Well, listen, we just gonna hit this now. We just gonna hit it because I gave y'all a lot of things that we might talk about, but y'all know.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull my little list up.
I got my list up right here on my phone.
Okay,
Ooh.
so we play catch up for me. Jacqueline just got here, so she don't have to play catch up. Shelly, since the last time you were here, tell us what's going on with your garden.
Ooh, I don't even know because I ain't been out there.
We've been under snow. I think yesterday was our first day without any snow.
That part.
Shelly, what about your greens? Was that before or after?
What's that, Rashida?
In the group chat, did we talk about your greens or something went on with your greens?
They still out there, hungover, but they still out there. So,
Bugs?
huh?
I was gonna say pests.
So, okay, so let me do for real. So, what's going on in the gardening? Did y'all do how we put our bed to rest?
No, we just started.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know that I really put my beds to rest, although I did clean them up. And so the only thing I had remaining in my beds were cabbages. I had the greens that were there all summer, and then I started from transplants that I purchased some cauliflower. Actually, the cauliflower and cabbage were from transplants. The cabbages seemed like they were doing okay, one bed better than the other. And the cauliflower, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I did eventually start seeing the clusters, but then it got cold and they froze. And I think they just going to be trash. I ain't been out there to look at them. And then, of course, I'm adding new beds to the garden. I have 2 6-foot by 3-foot beds and 4 2-by-2 beds that I have been putting together. And so, of course, this spring-ish will be a matter of figuring out where they're all going to go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's a good catch up. All right, Cynthia.
Well, y'all sent y'all snow down here to Texas.
Wait,
not enough.
We want you to feel left out.
No, ma'am. My plants don't understand that.
We didn't send it for you. We sent it for your mama.
I know. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed every bit of it.
Your mom was like, listen, I'm gonna bring you some snow in the house since you won't come outside. That thing was funny.
I was like,
Oh,
I'm not going to, because Rashida, if you got any arthritis, any pain, that cold, oh my gosh, my body was aching. My back was hurting. I was like, I'm not going out there. This does not feel good. I'm aching. And so she brought snow inside, Jacqueline.
yeah. Hey,
To build a snowman, a snow person. She brought the snow inside. I'm like, whatever.
Did you build a snow person?
Yes, I built a snow person.
Did y'all take pictures?
Yes, we did.
It's a whole video on it.
It's a video on it?
A whole video. My mom enjoying the snow out there and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so are we talking about how we put I don't put my gardens to bed, like, because we just garden all year long, but like the
privilege
of living in the South.
Yeah.
But that snow, that cold, because we got down to 14 degrees, which oof. I know that probably don't seem like, but that is severe down here.
Severe for Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. And so my plants, a lot of them did not recover. Like my collards, well, the Georgia collards did fine. They're still out there. But as like my Big Daddy Greasy Green collard, they was gone. My Lacinato kale was gone. The cabbages, thank goodness I did a huge harvest of cabbages. So I only had a few left out there, like 2 or 3 out there. And so the snow they didn't like it either. So they wouldn't even form a head. They just like was laying out. Like, just shake me. So, yeah, that's how things are going. Now I'm trying to go into recovering what I can, cleaning out beds, because I don't know how y'all deal with when the snow goes away, but that wet salad smell from the stuff being on the snow, oh my good. I was like,
what's going on with my cauliflower, because I had put plastic little covers over them. And my husband one day, he was like, your worm bed is smelling over there. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, that worm bed ain't smelling. I said, that's some cauliflower.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, it smells so hard. I'm like, I just want to throw this whole bed away. Well,
that one is fortunately in like one of them big raised, brown stain on the legs thing. So yeah, I'll just go cut it down and put it in the put it in the compost pile.
Yep, compost pile. Yep.
Yeah. So y'all basically covered y'all ketchup 2024 fall and winter. And did you put your bed to rest? So let's go back to Jacqueline. What did you do for your beds for the winter?
I covered them. I have like 40-50 containers, and I just cover them and just let them sit for the winter. I just cut off at the top and then leave all the roots in there so that good stuff can just decompose in my pots, and then I'm ready to go for the next spring.
Jacqueline, did you bring pictures? Did you have pictures that you could share with us? Because I didn't share all the pictures that you had sent me, because see, she being real modest right now. I'm just like, girl.
She's like, I don't want to work. She's like, I'm just gonna sit here and see what happens.
I'm just gonna listen. I told him I have my hydroponics behind me, so that's my fun stuff right now. So I just did lettuce yesterday. I got my cucumbers. And I just started some new tomatoes because my tomatoes, they just crashed and burned. My peppers are doing awesome. I can't keep up with my peppers. My daughter eats them before I can even cook with them. She just pops them because they're the small peppers. She be popping them and eating them like they popcorn. So
what type of peppers are those?
They're the Kitchen Minis by Park Seed. So I did those, and I did them in the Park Seed. They're called Kitchen Minis. Yeah. They're green peppers. They grow about 3 inches.
Now my question is, are you saving seeds?
Am I saving seeds?
I'm gonna need to be on the list to get some of them.
They're hybrids. They're hybrids, and I can tell they're hybrids. This is how I can tell they're hybrids. Some of my peppers are long and 3 inches, and then some of them are round.
Oh, yeah.
So
can't say none of them seeds from that. Not from hybrid.
Not from a hybrid. So they're from my internal stuff mostly are hybrids because I do hydroponics. You can't do a lot of heirlooms unless you're your cherry tomatoes. Now those I do save because I do get those. Those are heirlooms and they grow about 12, 15 inches on my tomatoes. So they're perfect for indoors.
I had a question, Jacqueline. So you leave your plants in your hydroponics? You don't do any transplanting?
I do for my springtime. So then I convert. I'm really bad with my hydroponics. I'm gonna tell you, I've got like 35 different systems in my house. Like I am into hydroponics.
Okay,
like I love it. And so that's how I start all of my seeds when it comes springtime. So
that's why when I heard you say heirlooms that you don't usually do them in the I do my heirlooms in the hydroponics. If I want something to grow quick to give it some thick roots to take it out, I do. Put them
so I start everything for outside in my hydroponics, everything. I've got seed starter trays for my bounties, for my harvest, for my sprouts. I'm a big AeroGarden girl. So right now I got 50 onions started behind me. And then I'm doing one in the AeroGarden and I'm doing another 50 in the biodome or 60 in the biodomes from Park Seed. So I'm going to do like a comparison and how they grow differently. So,
okay.
I need to come down I need to come visit you, Jacqueline. We need to get on each other's schedule. I'm driving.
Kelly said it was horrible and she felt bad for Cece. I wish I could drive by when you went to see your friend.
Yes.
Wait, what am I missing? What?
She felt bad for Cece and them getting all that snow.
Why?
And Cynthia.
Just like when you get heat, that's like crazy.
And then Cynthia ran away. She went out of town. She's like, I'm taking a trip.
Good.
Cynthia was like, I'm not gonna be here. So, but I did want to say, for those of you that don't know what hydroponics are, it's basically your indoor grown with water instead of soil, water and nutrients. Yes. And there's so many different ways to do it, so many systems.
There is.
But I just thought
go ahead, Rashida.
I just thought I'd share because I was like, somebody might not know what that is. So I just want to throw that out there.
I've been afraid of hydroponics, but I know you do a lot of it, Jackie. And I'm a little bit more inspired now. I was on, the good old, Faithful Shipping. I'm like thinking maybe I shouldn't even say their name online, but where we order stuff from all the time and it gets delivered maybe the next day or 2 days. And I was looking at these products, the clay balls. And I was like, oh, maybe I can start my seeds, my transplants in hydroponics. So I ordered some of those, I think, and some of the whatever the multi something, I guess almost like the hydroponic mix that you mix into the water.
The solutions that go in it?
Yeah, whatever you mix it in the water.
Yeah, to feed them.
Yeah, so I ordered some of that. So yeah, I want to try to start some transplants from.
Now with the little clay balls, Jacqueline, is that just like aquaponics instead of hydroponics, right?
It's aquaponics. I don't do the clay balls. I do have it here. It's on my to-do list, but I haven't gone into the aquaponics.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into aquaponics.
Okay, now aquaponics and clay balls. Now somebody have to explain that to me.
Right. Okay, so I'm looking at my order. I haven't ordered those. Okay. I had them in my basket.
Yeah,
I ordered it's called where's the name of it? The General Hydroponics Maxi Grow to mix into the water.
Yes.
That's just like I
think it's right there.
Yeah. So this is so I use this for just my lettuces. So all my lettuces just get Maxi Grow. And that's all they need because remember the 10, 5, 14. So you have the nitrogen because it's all roots. So I use this only for my lettuces, and then I'm a big AeroGarden, so someone's got something on Facebook Marketplace. I am there picking up their old nutrients because they're getting rid of it. So I've got bottles and bottles. So I start all of my seeds with the AeroGarden.
So, Shelly, what kind of unit are you getting, or do you have?
I'm gonna use cups. So there was a guy.
Okay.
We're gonna DIY it.
Let me close my mouth and listen.
He does his tomato starts in red cups. He cuts slits on the bottom, puts the rock in there, and he puts this solution in the bottom of the cups, and that's how he starts his tomatoes. And I was like, oh, snap.
In the bottom of the cups.
Well, you know, it's two
the
cups. So you got one red cup.
It's a 2-cup system. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 2-cup system.
Okay.
But that's how he, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I can start my other seedlings the same way. That's what I'm thinking.
Now, how much lights do you have?
Huh?
How much lights do you have?
I don't know. I got about 4 lights in there that I never did hook up previously.
Good. Perfect. Good. I was gonna say you got to have lights if you're gonna do seedlings.
Yeah.
So that's always been my problem. I don't have anywhere to put seedlings and the lights, but I'm making it happen this year.
Good.
Yeah, you sound like me. So I said that I didn't have anything to say, but I do. So the last time I think we was on here, I did have my new 4x8 beds, right? Yeah. So I still have the 3 4x8 beds. What I ordered as I was shopping on the interwebs was a seed starting set or kit per se from and I told y'all I was going to reveal it when we did the chat, but since I ain't at home, I can't reveal it to y'all. But it was from Bootstrap Farmer. I ordered the set with the trays.
I love
the domes and all that.
We're getting fancy.
Okay. I know it ain't necessary. It's just what I wanted. Come on.
It'll last forever. It'll last forever.
It's not necessary. That's what Rashida wanted. And if y'all know me, I can spend
from the
money.
Bootstrap Farmer.
Yeah, Bootstrap Farmer.
Bootstrap Farmer. It'll last forever. She'll never have to replace it.
And that was the thing because I had stuff I was reusing, and I was like, okay, that's tore up. Now I need another. Anyway. So I did do that. Hydroponics, aquaponics. I tried to do a quick search. There are several things that's different between the two, but hydroponics is not considered an ecosystem, whereas aquaponics is considered an ecosystem.
Right.
So I didn't read too much deeper than that.
Yeah. So some people use like fish in their aquaponics, so they have like aquarium, and then they have fish.
That's why they make the fish,
and then they have the plants that the fish, able to fertilize. So that's kind of aquaponics. Hydroponics is just strictly you using the distilled water, and then you doing the solutions, AB solutions, which I have no idea what it is, but it makes the plants grow.
Yeah, right. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I do. Also, I want to put out there about my putting garden beds to rest. Nothing. I thought I was gonna have somebody be able to take the stuff out the garden. So this year, y'all remember last year when I had all those tomatoes growing up out of nowhere, and I just realized that it's because I didn't take that one plant down the year before. I'm going to have a lot of tomatoes this year. I think it's going to come up.
Okay, volunteers.
Girl, I don't want that many.
Think of positiveness.
I'm going to have tomatoes, butternut squash. My butternut squash was still out there. My okra is still out there. Actually, the okra is still standing, and I can see the dried pot up on the top.
Really?
So anyway,
I cut off.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a lot of stuff come back.
I cut all that stuff down. I do that. I try to cut down everything.
Well, you want to come do mine?
Yeah, send me a ticket.
Come on. Come on.
One but a word.
I can't see your ticket. I ain't working. So you have to volunteer that one.
Well, you better talk to your brother.
He gonna be like, "What they got to do with me?"
Yeah.
Oh,
For those
okay.
of you who don't know, I'm saying her brother.
Oh,
First of
your
all,
brother, your husband.
my husband, your brother. I was like, wait a minute. I think you even was thinking about the wrong person.
I was too.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about my husband, your brother.
Yeah. I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Send her on out here. All right. What made you proud of your 2024 growing season?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I think the proudest moment for me and my husband was the most amazing, super sweet watermelons that we got this year. It was like, yes, we did it. So yeah, that was huge.
That's good. That's good.
You had watermelons everywhere. That was hilarious. I saw that video.
No, but it's the big ones. The little ones that look like pumpkins, those were just all right. It was I'm gonna find a picture and I'm gonna share it on here because we took one down when we came to Texas in October. Because some of our RV club members are friends with me on Facebook, so they be seeing stuff and they be like, "Bring me a watermelon." So we took a watermelon. I did not weigh it. It was easily 20 to 25 or 30 pounds, and we cut it up and served it after dinner to our club members, and they all just loved it. They was like, "Y'all grew this?" We was like, "Yeah, we did that." We did that.
That is so good. What about you, Cynthia?
For me, it had to be my cabbages. My purple Savoy cabbage that was half my body size. Like,
That was a big cabbage, girl.
it was big.
Cabbages were humongous.
And I was so excited, and because during this season is when I love all my greens and everything, and I was able to bless so many families this time because I had so much extra. So that was just the icing on the cake with it. So
Awesome. All right, Jackie, what's your proud 2024 moment?
I have to say 2024, life was lifing for me. So I didn't do a lot of gardening that year. I did a lot of more flowers in 2024 than I did regular gardening. So that I just concentrated on my flowers. I couldn't get into my garden like I wanted to. Life just didn't line up this year. So I just did what I could do really quick to make me happy. So I did a lot of flowers this year.
Okay, what about the flowers?
So we did a lot of, let's see if I can remember the names of them. See, now my brain just went blank. But it was flowers. I have like 8 or 9 pots that are lined up my driveway. Just kind of threw some seeds in there. And it just was my happy moment as I walked up to my house and I still could see something was growing. So that was what mattered to me. I had something growing.
That's good. That's good. Flowers are essential. I would say for me, two moments. One is harvesting those sweet potatoes. Harvesting those sweet potatoes. I was like, okay, they're gonna be small. I ain't gonna get that many because these bags aren't that big. But I think about that second bag. I was out there. Me and my sister was screaming because that second bag, the root had grew through the bottom of the bag, and that potato was growing in the hole. And I was like, "What? Oh my gosh!" I was so excited about those sweet potatoes. And the second point would be my watermelon. Now, I didn't get to eat too many watermelon. Okay. They didn't really get to be mature because I put them out late, but I was just happy that I could get them started and to get them growing. So I'm excited about what I can get done this year.
I got one more. I don't know how I forgot this one, which was I think it kind of even topped my cabbage.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
My dragon fruit.
Yes.
Cool.
I was like, wait a minute, let me think back. Oh yes, my dragon fruit. That was an amazing experience being able to
Don't
you
those
know,
take a few years to
yes,
finally get fruit? Yeah,
yes.
that's what I was
It
thinking.
takes
That's
a
like
lot of years. They only bloom at night. And
Right,
so
the
I went,
dedication you had to
yeah,
recording that. So Jackie, you got to go watch
yeah,
her.
okay.
Her
yeah. I
video
went
when
out at
she's
night.
going out
It was
there.
just, it was so magical.
Aw.
And just being able to experience it and the fragrance that came out from that dragon fruit, and it was just open wide and ready to get pollinated, and then I was able to get fruit from that, after I pollinated, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if it, I did it or whatever, and then was able to taste the fruit from that. So I have now the little babies because I kept a few seeds and I planted them. So now I'm growing my own dragon fruit.
That's
So
amazing.
the question:
Mhm.
did it taste better than buying it from the store? Because I'm convinced that they just don't taste like nothing.
They have to.
Yeah, they I had never tasted ones from store, so I don't know, but I heard the store ones were just bland and it just, but they have so many different types. I want the like burgundy dark color one because I had the white one and it was good. It tastes like a kiwi kind of, it was refreshing kind of thing.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
I'm
I bought
surprised.
one when I was in San Antonio. And
Yeah.
I threw it
No.
away.
The red ones, like burgundy, deep red color, like Juicing with Jay does on his channel. Oh my goodness, he's in California, and that's the ones I really want. But it was good. It was really good because I don't do melons. I don't eat melons, so I was kind of leery if I was gonna like it.
Taking your card.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, this summer when I grew a watermelon, I grew a White Wonder watermelon, and it was a white flesh inside.
Mhm.
That stuff was sweet and good. I was like, what? So I will be growing that like forever because right now that's the only watermelon I like.
So you don't like red watermelons at all?
No, she don't. She don't. You need to watch the video. You need to watch the video. Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about this.
Listen, I'm a Juneteenth baby, born in the middle of the summer. I ate it so much as a kid that I just got burnt out. I was like, oh, I can't even taste it no more. Yeah, we had it.
Well, send us some seeds.
Yeah.
Send us some seeds, and we got to answer Ruth Kelly.
Oh, she froze.
Ruth Kelly has a question that says, can someone please tell me, do y'all add sand to your soil when growing watermelons and sweet potatoes? I did not use sand for either of my mixes. I did use for my sweet potatoes peat moss and potting soil, and for my watermelons, did I have sand? I might have had some sand in there, but it was just because I was trying to stretch some dirt and I had some leftover sand from another project.
I use sand for my carrots. I put it in there with, make it looser for my carrots. Look at Shelly just stuck right there.
Girl, she stuck. I'm like, should I remove
That's
her?
because she was going to say something.
Oh, I took her out and now I want to put her back in. Okay, she gotta come back. So yeah. Now, have you ever grown watermelons or sweet potatoes, Jacqueline?
I have grown watermelon, but I've not done sweet potatoes.
Oh my goodness, you haven't?
I haven't. I haven't taken the plunge yet.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Now, did you use sand with your watermelons?
I do not. I just use good old potting mix. Well, I usually mix my own potting mix with either cocoa coir, peat moss, and then the perlite and the vermiculite, and I make my own. So
okay. And then the sand would be, to me, it would be more like the vermiculite.
The vermiculite,
the perlite, because it's going to help with drainage.
Yeah.
So if you have perlite, yeah.
That
all right. Let's try another question. Where my banners at? So seed starting. Seed starting. Well, no. Let's before we go there. What are your 2025 plans for the garden?
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to just start with the things that you're going to do different than last year? You may not want to go through all the plans, but maybe what you know you want to do differently than last year.
This year, I know that I already have my garden plot plotted out on a piece of paper. I got the grid paper, got it all planned out. And it's like a 50 by 100 spot that I'm going to put in my yard. So I already got it all plotted out, how big I want it, where I want everything. So this year, and then of course, we get wood chips here all the time. So I'm going to wood chip it all. I don't want to see no dirt. I don't want to see no weeds. I don't want to see nothing. I want to be able to just walk across on some wood chips. So that's going to be probably my biggest thing, is just plotting it out and then chip it all. So then I can just set my pots everywhere that I want to put them. So that's the big part for me for 2025.
Awesome. That's the big part. All right, Cynthia, what about you?
Well, first, I would like my stuff to survive with this crazy weather. I would just like, well, because I plan it out. I like to plan ahead and get things done earlier than everybody. I like to be sitting there eating while they still planting seeds. And so I planted out a whole 2 of the 72 count trays of peppers and tomatoes and all this stuff. And then I went out of town for 4 days. And then I came home just before the snow and I up-potted the stuff. Welcome back. I up-potted my things in cups. And then the snow came and the temps dropped. And all my 72 count trays and all died.
No.
All of them seeds.
Did you have them outside?
I had them in the greenhouse.
It got so cold in the greenhouse.
And I was determined I was not growing anything indoor besides hydroponics. I was not going with growing stuff in there. Right now, I have 5 trays of 72 counts with stuff in my house growing under lights.
Under light.
Because I'm like, I'm not giving up. This is gonna be a successful year, no matter what.
Yep.
So did you guys answer the question about the sand?
Yes, we did.
So what was the answer? Because I don't, but that was something that I had been considering we should do for, in particular, like potatoes, like the sweet potatoes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What type of sand? I think I need to be a little bit more specific, right? What type of sand you put in there?
Clay sand.
Yeah, I think most people
use
clay sand.
Okay.
Yeah, I use it for my carrots. I mix it in with my carrots. If I'm doing it in its own individual pot, I'll mix it in the soil. It just makes it looser.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying. If you use perlite, it will act like sand. It's going to help with drainage.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have one of those vegetables that really like a loamy or sandy soil.
Yeah, I haven't played with it yet, but I do want to do that. Ruth Kelly, Black Plastic to prevent weeds. So mine and my husband's watermelon patch. So I had like a 4x4 where we planted the plants, and then there were a couple of grow bags that we had them. But then we had like this, I think it's like 20-30 foot path that we put down grow fabric. I feel like we did plastic one year and then we switched it to the grow fabric so that the water is not pooling on there. So we do that to allow the watermelons to grow across that space to keep the weeds from interfering with the, or at least they don't really interfere. It's just more problemsome for us when we're trying to maintenance them.
All right. Now, what we were talking about, Shelly, when you came back was 2025 plans. Since Jacqueline was sharing what she planned on doing with her garden space. She has it all planned out, girl. She got it written down. Mm-hmm. Come on, write the vision, make it plain, okay?
Yeah.
She ready. She ready. Cynthia is still she's already started her 2025.
Yeah, she's in a lucky spot.
She had a setback. with them seedlings, and now she growing them in her house because even though she didn't want to,
Right.
that winter said, "Listen, I'll take them out if you don't take them in."
Right. And we supposed to be, the crazy thing is this next week we supposed to be close to 85 degrees.
You can't even you can't even stay like a 70. So your
85 degrees, and then it's gonna drop back down to the 40s.
That's insane.
That's woo. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Let me tell you what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so to what Rashida was recapping for you, Jacqueline, and I know you can relate. Jackie and I are actually friends and cohorts in the notary business. And so the thing that I have written on my wall up here, which goes to what Rashida was saying, is, and I think I got this from Mark Wills, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action becomes reality. So it sounds like you got it laid out, girl, and I'm trying to do the same thing. My main goal for 2025 for my garden, one is to get organized in a way that it can stay for the next couple years. I want to make it pretty, as well as have some really defined spaces for certain things. I'm implementing the
Cattle panel.
The cattle panel, which y'all know I bought them last year, but never implemented using them. So I'm definitely planning to implement those this year. And then other than that, just to grow, and grow some more.
Yep.
And I might, because you know this economy is acting foolish. I might be trying, and I've already told my husband, so he won't be surprised if I happen to do it. I might be adding some chickens.
Ooh.
All right, that sounds good.
I am not an animal lover. So when I tell you, if I do it, y'all pray for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I'm seriously considering it when you're talking about $6 to $8 for a carton of eggs.
Okay. So how many chickens?
So
we can grow chickens here. If I move out to the township, I can. But anyway.
So that's a good question. I'm thinking for our space, I think we might be able to get away with, I don't know, 4 to 6. So I'm gonna have to, if I do it, I'm gonna have to do people are doing, what is it called, the chicken run, because they can't just be running all over my yard. I don't have the same kind of space that Jackie has. Now, if we decide we want to, do some sort of co-op thing, Jackie, I help invest in the chickens and stuff. I come out there periodically. We can just put the chickens on your land.
Chicken is not on my list for this year. That's a next year plan. I'm just going to get my garden all together this year, and then we think about chickens. Because my brother has me thinking about even like meat chickens. Like they only take 6 to 8 weeks to get a meat chicken. You know that. Don't take very long.
Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not ever gonna be on my agenda. I'm not killing no animals, dipping it in the hot water. I'm not doing that.
I have a good friend. I just got to take it to her house and she will do it for me. So I have a good friend. I just got to be like, here's the chickens. You do your thing, and I come back and pick them up because I can't kill them.
Ruth Ann said she going vegan.
Girl.
Then the good thing is we'll have some chicken manure to add to the gardens.
Yep, you got to cure it, but yeah, that'll work.
Yep.
So
that'll work.
Have you thought about maybe quails instead of chicken?
So I watch and I absolutely love Aisha of the Yellow Door. What's it? Yellow Door?
Asia. Yeah. With the
I love her. And I know she's always talking about the quails. I have never researched, so I don't know what the difference is.
It takes to make one chicken
like this tiny. So if you're going for
eggs, hey guys, Desire.
No.
Desire.
Yeah.
There you go.
So chickens now you'll have to deal with making sure that you got it secure. You got to deal with going in there and cleaning the coops and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a miracle.
And,
if
and
somebody said
snake removal and all that, because you know the egg snakes like to go up in there.
Yeah, that's the part right there, Cece. Right
Yeah.
there. That's the part I don't like. Right
somebody
there.
sent me a
They
video.
gonna
of
be
an
in there
egg.
as soon as
So we don't have to my knowledge. I've in all the years that I've been.
but you don't have chickens.
I creek runs right through my property. So
I don't have a creek that runs through my property, but there is a creek on the other side of
yeah,
the
it runs
street.
right.
They will find you. They hear them chickens and they're like,
Ruth Kelly say rabbits and deer. So deer do not get in my yard. My background, that is actually my backyard. The deer will not jump over my fence, and I have reasoned and come to the conclusion that they do not, because they come all around our yard. They be in our front yard, they be in the neighbor's yard behind us. They do not jump in my yard because they can't see where they're jumping.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it ain't see through. Yeah.
No, I
All
got
right,
deer.
so I got one more thing to say about them chickens. I was thinking about, I've been trying to convince myself that I can do chickens. My sister sent me a video of this man that had a chicken that was egg bound.
Are you about to unconvince me?
If that chicken was egg bound,
yes,
my
the work-
chicken would just be hurt because
It's
I'm not
gonna
about
be
to do none of
dead.
that.
Because I'm
I'm
not
not
doing
bathing you in no warm water. I'm not
Nope.
massaging you. I'm not doing none of that.
Yes.
Now
You
I
finna
have
be
a
messed
friend.
up.
She lives an hour. She lives not even 2 minutes from me. We call her Chicken Lady. She got 30 chickens. She just sells them. I just have to call Joyce and be like, Joyce, there's something wrong with my chicken. You need to come take care of it.
See, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's why I say it's gonna be a miracle if I do it. But the way these prices of the eggs is, I'm a little more inclined to try, but it's not a priority.
And
Ruth
then you gotta
Kelly
clip their
said-
wings, to clip their wings to make sure they don't fly and all kind of stuff. Yeah, their wings. You gotta
They
make sure
will. You know they're birds, right?
they won't fly.
She said the deer ate her turnips and beets, her onions, her greens. Girl, them deer would tear your stuff.
They will eat
right on up.
everything. They love
They
it.
eat up everything in the front yard. My hostas, my shrubs. Yeah, they eat them up.
That's
They
gourmet
do
for
not come
them.
in my backyard.
Yep, that's gourmet eating for them.
Yeah.
So my 2025 plans, it hasn't started like I wanted it to, but I'm still gonna do, my plan is still to do mostly from seed. That's still my plan. I have not, and I know I've technically really had time, but my mind has not been inclined to think like that, which is to sit down and write out a plan. I haven't done it. My seeds are still everywhere because when I went down, I was sprouting seeds in paper towel. So my stuff is everywhere. And so, yeah. But this year I want to start my watermelon earlier. And my sweet potatoes slips earlier. Last year the issue with my sweet potato slips issues were I started them too much water, then not enough water, blah blah blah. But then I set them aside in the garden window, pulled the curtain, never paid them any attention. And just one day I walked by and opened the window. By that time I ordered some slips. So I opened the thing and I'm like, oh, I got potato slips. So I feel like this year, I know once I set them up, I'm just gonna set them somewhere and just leave them to their own devices. I'm not gonna be trying to add water every other day and then monitor the temperature. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just gonna set it aside, leave it for a few weeks, and let it do what it do.
Well, you know what I did, and I have some growth already, which I'm super impressed. I ended up putting my two sweet potatoes in like a seed tray, the flat part. Put soil up to halfway, put a lid on them, and I'll put a heat mat, and they're just sitting in the window.
Yeah.
It is like I have some growth on one of them that's like this already. Yeah.
Now,
So the
do you
heat mat
plan on
helps
putting
because my house
those?
is always cold.
So, do you plan on taking those and putting it in water, let it grow root, or are you going to just let it grow on the potato and then plant it later?
No, so last year that's what Rodney ended up doing. He rooted a sweet potato and then he just planted it, and we did not get sweet potatoes like we did the very first year. We had an abundance of sweet potatoes. So my plan is that, because I don't know, I will not be planting them outside until probably late, mid to late May. So whatever I get, I will snip and root them.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe put them in a pot if need be. It just depends on how fast they grow. But I'm just excited because I didn't think I was going to get any growth for a couple months. But I think just doing the fact that I added the heat mat and I put that dome on there, they took off because my girlfriend, and she started hers before me. I texted her. I was like, hey, what's going on with yours? She said nothing. Because it's cold. It's been cold. So I think that's been the key, is that I added the heat mat to it.
Yeah, one thing I found with mine, once I start taking them off, like I would take something off the potato, another one was still growing, and I put them in water.
Yeah.
And once they were a nice size when I finally found them, and I put them in water, the roots actually grew pretty quickly.
Yeah,
once they were in the water. So, yeah, so that sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, so basically my watermelon, my sweet potatoes, I don't think I'm going to grow anything much different than what I grew last year or tried to grow last year.
I got a ton of
I
seeds.
didn't buy no
I need
more
to try to grow a bunch of stuff.
Huh?
I got a ton of seeds. Y'all know
Yeah,
that. So I got to try to grow some steins.
Same here.
I did not buy any seeds. I'm proud of myself. I didn't. Well, there's two reasons why I didn't buy any seeds. One, because I don't know what I already got, and number two, I knew I was gonna be off of work, and it need for me buying a whole bunch of seed when I might have to go buy some seeds, some starts. So so that was 2025. So let's talk about seed starting. Seed starting. What are your seed starting plans, methods, technology, equipment? Who wants to go first? Nobody wants to go first.
She got the big banners up there. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Seed trays, and institute some lights where I can, and see what happens, because I've never been successful at really doing seed starting. I usually end up going and buy some transplants.
Okay. Cynthia?
Well, of course, I said now I'm planting indoors. So I already have stuff in seed trays in here. I just last night up potted a lot of them because I have started my beans, some beans indoors. I put some beans out in the raised beds as well. My roselle that I'm planting, I want to make sure I have them up nice and sturdy to put in. So like I said, the seed trays there. Of course, the hydroponics right now, we have a winter indoor challenge. So I'm using that hydroponic for that. So I have Tiny Tim tomato going on up in there with some Swiss chard. And I have two other hydroponics, but I'm not setting them up. It's mostly I'm putting things out either in the raised beds or in containers and let them come up when they're going to come up.
Okay. All right, Jackie.
I start everything in my AeroGardens. So, but because they grow so much faster in the AeroGardens, my seed starting doesn't start for a little bit later than most. So I'm not starting most of my seeds starting for my tomatoes, my cucumbers goes outside. Tomatoes, peppers, those I don't even start till mid-March, late March. And then I'm ready to put out, and I don't like to up pot. So I want to take it straight from my AeroGarden, put it outside, harden them off, and then go straight into my containers. I did that, and it's just everywhere with up potting. So I'm trying not to up pot as much. And then the stuff that I want a lot of, I have like those 4-foot shop lights.
Mhm.
And I got those under one of those, like this metal shelf behind me. I just tuck it right underneath that metal shelf.
Yeah.
And then I just use boxes and books to get the light up,
Mhm.
get it up to the light, and then take it down when I need to take it down. So I keep it stationary that way. So
Yeah.
right now I'm going to be starting like the snapdragons right now is what I need to get in there right now, and some of my geraniums. And then of course later on will be the marigolds. I'll start those inside too. So they can go all of my tomatoes and my stuff so they keep them silly bugs away.
Mhm.
Them bugs be getting on my nerves.
Let's not talk about them bugs, girl. We be committing all kind of crimes against the bugs. So listen.
Having funerals.
Hmm.
Yeah, we were having funerals in October. Somebody was sending the what were they? Hornworms to meet their maker.
Oh.
Send
Okay.
them all. See, if you had chickens, you could feed them to your chickens.
That's what everybody. That's what I would always hear people saying. Oh, I feed them to my chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Them nasty critters.
So,
So I don't know. Y'all didn't probably sway me a little more to not even trying no chickens.
Well, I ain't gonna say it. I want to say not. I just want you to know what you get into.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I do
Yeah.
because
Hey, TC.
They some work.
Hey.
hey.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. A friend of mine had chicken, and something was wrong with the chicken, and so they had me spraying the chicken while they're holding the back of the chicken and trying to get. And so it was like, why can't we just eat it?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like you're not gonna eat my chicken. I'm like, I'm just saying,
if it's causing all this trouble.
Yeah, okay.
It is a lot of work and this is just me personally. I'm like, I was not wanting a rooster because I thought the roosters what makes noise. They do make noise.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize the chickens make their noise for their little sounds for when they have every time they lay an egg, and every time they happy about their egg that they laid. I'm like, I'm
really
hear chickens all
day. Oh, that might get me in some trouble.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is the old they don't let them get scared. The airplane go over Shelly house and they all get flustered.
Yeah, y'all know I'm right in the flight path,
girl.
Oh.
So for me, seed starting, I told you guys I got the seed starting kit, but I was experimenting with the paper towel method just to make sure they got sprout, germinated, and then whatever I put in soil is something that's already germinated.
So you're doing that for all of your seeds? Because I thought about doing that.
No, I don't know if I'm gonna do it for all of my seeds, but I think I'm gonna do it for what I want the most yield from, which has been these darn greens that I can't seem to grow.
What kind of greens?
You mean like them?
Girl, shut up talking to me. Collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens, Swiss chard.
And I sent you green seeds.
Shelly sent me green seeds. I don't know if you may have too. You did send me some. It was what's the name of them? I don't remember.
Mustard, red mustards.
You may have.
Natural.
I think you did.
Hey, Jen.
But I'm not at home to see, so I really can't tell you. But I really think you did.
Oh, really, Ruth Kelly? You soak your beet seeds?
So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about playing with this year. So let's look at these comments.
Y'all know I got a ton of seeds.
Ruth Kelly says she started her peppers indoors since they take a long time to grow. Tigsy said, she's dropping seeds tonight and just finished. Okay, she'll finish tomorrow.
What area? What state are you in?
Yeah, what zone are you in?
Tigsy? And that's another thing I was gonna say. I have time because Usually people down here don't put nothing in the ground till about Mother's Day. But I was watching my boy. Y'all know who my boy is. The Educated Natural. Hey. My boy the other day, and he was even talking about things from seed in Michigan. And you know, even though we may still get snow and some frost, I could still put spinach out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the coal.
Yes.
And I could do those things from seed.
Okay.
So I was also thinking, depending on if I'm allowed to walk in the garden. And when I say allowed, I really mean between my physical therapist and my sister.
They might need to just put some pots around you, or bring them in, let you put something in there, and then take them back outside for you.
Somebody, we're gonna have to figure something out.
Something out. Yeah, you gotta get
okay, this is in Georgia, but yeah. So I was thinking also doing some things from seed this year, so to worry about that. That's a lot of stuff in the spring. Let's go put it outside.
Yeah,
let's see what happens.
Yeah, I did that because I have never been successful with spinach, because it just was like my nemesis. I could not get spinach to grow,
and so start that in a baggie. Start that in a Ziploc bag.
Well, I didn't try all different types. So this time, I put some in the freezer and had left them in the freezer, and I got one to grow in the raised bed outside. But I knew the snow was coming, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this pack of seeds and I'm just sprinkle them out there, and then see, because it needs cold, right? We about to get some snow, and so the snow happened. I'm like, hey, this patch is where I had my spinach. Hope that it's getting this cold stratification. And when the snow went away, I have little greens, all little green spinach. So I'm like, that is how we got. Not that I need snow to come down here.
Sure you do.
I don't need snow every year.
But the thing is, now that you got your snow, if you go to 80, now you're gonna have to put a shade cloth so they don't bolt, right?
Right.
So my spinach seed, you just reminded me. I was gonna do spinach this fall. My spinach seed is still in my refrigerator.
See? Well, then they ready.
You're ready.
They ready.
Ruth Kelly said, "Oh, pak choi, white stem cabbage are still going in June." Okay.
I had some survive the snow. I was surprised they survived.
My pak choi never grew the way I felt like it should be growing, and it ended up bolting all the time on me.
Oh.
So I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I still got spinach in the refrigerator. That's hilarious.
All righty. Oh.
All right. So the last question was, what are you most looking forward to or most hopeful about in 2025 in your 2025 garden? Or have you most excited?
Mine would be, I have 29 different tomatoes that I'm gonna try to be successful with.
Did you say you were going to do less tomatoes this year?
No, that was
do less.
Oh, okay.
Lisa.
Yeah. 29 different varieties, and I think I got 19 different types of peppers that I want to grow. I want to go huge because of with economy and everything, and I like to give out a lot, and so I'm like, I want to grow, all the things, because my plan is, if I do this year, next year I would like to start my nursery.
Okay.
So hopefully, if I get all this really down good, that I can start my nursery where I can grow some, because because I live right off the road, and I always have people coming up during the summertime asking, oh, I thought this was a nursery, because my garden is in the front yard. And so I'm like, I need to start doing that. So I'm thinking about having like seasonal starts, whatever's in that time frame, that they can come get their tomato starts or whatever, because there's nothing but big box stores not even in my town. Like you have to go outside of town to go get them. And so I figured I'll do that. And then on days where I just want to have like a farmer's market set up where they can come and, get whatever I have abundance of, at a cheap price.
And that's a good way to offset.
So cool.
That's a good way to offset your costs. I know Kim's Cozy Corner. She sells her extra starts. Outside of what she gives the family, she sells the rest.
Yeah.
Somebody else mentioned that too.
Now, have you considered setting up a roadside little stand?
A little stand?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm right off the road. We live on a dead end street. And so I'm like the second house when we come off the road. And so, like I said, they can see my garden from the side of the road. So I can put a sign that says, it's
CC's
open.
Nursery. CC's Nursery. Come on, get your stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yep. So now I need to check into, all the restrictions to it and all that kind of thing to get that in place. And I do want to take a master gardening class. Okay. So I can just have that, just that,
Yeah.
I started my master's gardening. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
Cool.
Yep. So that's how I'm excited for my 2025 year. I'm doing my master gardener's licensing right now.
Nice. Awesome. Well, let me know how it goes because that's what I'm thinking about checking into probably this summer and seeing about doing the classes.
Hey, cousin Angela.
Wow.
You came up in your feed. You talking about gardening over here. So that sounds like some exciting stuff. Cynthia.
Yes. Hello. Well, I looked into the master gardening program here in Maryland, and I'm not going to do it only because I know that I don't have the time to commit to it because this year my main focus is growing my business. So gardening will take a back seat, but not in the sense that I'm not going to do it. It's just not like I ain't aspiring to do the master gardening program right now. I want to grow as much as I can so this
grow
year my biggest thing will be trying to preserve. Like I still have not gotten into canning and preserving stuff. What I would really like, and I've already told my husband I want, because I don't have a lot of storage space. So canning, I know, takes a lot of space.
Yeah.
I have told him that I want a
freeze dryer.
Period.
That's awesome.
I want a freeze dryer.
Yeah. So I would love
if that happens this year or not. Whether he make it happen or I make it happen.
Okay. Now that's nice. Yeah.
Freeze dryer. I mean, well, let's talk about the freeze dryer. Now, I mean, there's a lot
about it.
I've seen people talk about the pros and cons. It takes a lot of energy. You really have to head us up correctly. The cost. But if you know how much it costs to buy freeze dried fruit in the store, and you got some fruit on your counter, let's say like me, I have to order like 3 bananas. Because if I buy 4 or 5, them other 2 is going to be too brown by the time I go to eat them, right? But if I get 5 bananas, I can freeze dry 2. Even if I don't freeze dry them that day, I can put them in the freezer, right? Until I have a cycle that I want to run and then freeze dry it. I watched a lady, they use a lot of lemon juice. So she bought some organic real lemon juice, but she had some jars that expire in March. And she said, I know I'm not going to use these before March, but I'm going to take the lemon juice. She froze it, put it in the freeze dryer. Then she took it out and made powder with it. So when you want lemon juice and lemonade, you just add water. And I'm like, I feel like when you first get it, you might quote unquote lose some money because you're learning processes, energy cycles, how long it takes to freeze dry things, this, that, and the third. But I believe over time, if you're consistent with it, that you're going to get your money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
Right. Because when I consider the fact that we have invested in emergency food that is freeze dried, the cost of it it's expensive. And so, if I can get a freeze dryer and start freeze drying, stuff that I grow and or make, because I think that was the other thing. I was like, oh, I never thought about that. Like I've watched a couple videos where people like make soup. They'll make a big pot of soup and then they freeze dry it. And I was just like,
Yeah.
All you gotta do is
I
ask.
Yeah.
I was like, I
You can
need
sell
that.
that stuff. People
Yeah.
will buy freeze dried stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that is definitely one of my huge bucket list purchases this year.
That's good.
On top of going to Hawaii.
All right, let me see.
Let's go. Going in your suitcase.
10. Thank you, 10. Thank you.
That's
that's
desire.
cool, guys. Desire, no problem.
Yeah,
Thank you for
that's
being
fine.
here.
You know, Cannon, I bought some jars to actually start practicing water bath canning.
Mhm.
And they're still, I don't know if they're still sitting on the table or not. I haven't been in my house.
Wow.
So I'm at the parents because they have, the mobile accessories and bars and different things that I don't have in my house. But
Is that spam I'm seeing?
Thank you.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Rashida, who's
Yeah.
in? Yeah, you got him.
you funny. How do I block? Well, I'm trying to figure out how do I block on StreamYard.
I was trying to click on there. I was like, well.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
We have
bad
any
user and delete
control.
their comments. Oh, thank you for teaching me something today. Y'all blocking makes me happy. When I was on Periscope, when I had to block somebody, I got so much joy. I feel so powerful. Let me block
For
you.
real. For real.
I don't think I can.
That's why I was like, I don't think I might not be a mod.
It's
If
the
you
3 dots. Yeah, if you're not a mod.
Yeah, if you're not a mod on the channel, you can't.
But yeah, that's funny. I hadn't even saw him.
Mhm.
But what did we miss anything, y'all? We went through all of that. I thought we wasn't going to go through it, but I think we would have had at least that fifth person with every question.
Right.
It took up the rest of the time. But listen, I'm excited to be back. I wish I had more stories to tell. I mean, I do have more stories to tell, but I don't think y'all want to hear. I think y'all want to hear. And some of them make internet. I don't want to put people's business on the internet, so she needs mine. I do need mine, don't I? I did the cowboy candy for Thanksgiving, and I've never had it, but every time I see it, I'm like, that must be good. And Christmas that Lisa does, and I'm getting ready to do pickled cucumbers and beets.
Yes.
There you go.
Y'all know what? I did a juicing challenge with beets, and they were tolerable for me to get my juice down, especially with that pineapple. But I don't think I'm gonna grow beets again.
I have not grown beets the way I would like them to grow. I get little bitty ones.
No,
I want to grow some big beets. I like beets.
Bone meal and 511 and feed them. Yep.
Well, I only tried it the one time.
I need to
Yep. That's how you get big ones. Bone meal, 511.
So how often are you applying?
The bone meal is every 10 days.
Oh wow.
Really?
Every 10 days.
Wow.
And then the blood meal is every 2 weeks. I mean, not blood meal. The 511 is every 2 weeks.
Now what's 511?
The 5
that's Alaskan
fertilizer.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's nitrogen 5 and then 1 and 1.
So bone meal every 10 days and
511 every 2 weeks.
511 every 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And was it something else?
That was it.
Okay.
Just do that.
That's for large beets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I learned it from Miss Linda from the New Orleans Gardener.
And you want some loose soil, don't you? You don't want your soil to be compacted.
Right. Just the regular, garden soil that you have in your bed. Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, because I could not get them in. She was like, do this. And I've been able to be successful with the beets. Hey, Netta.
How you doing? Listen, I feel like I just been out. I feel so out the loop.
cousin Angela. That's correct. Like that's the recipe.
That's
Because
right.
I be planting stuff, and then I will go out and fertilize from time to time, but I
You
don't
got to.
You have to
consistently.
fertilize.
You gotta
Yeah, just
feed
put it
them.
on your schedule.
Yeah.
You need to put it on
really.
your schedule,
Mhm.
not a garden schedule. Put it on your regular schedule.
Right.
The schedule where you put your business
All my
around your
appointments.
work hours.
Yeah.
You need to
Mhm.
put on that schedule because that's the one you're gonna see.
Right.
And
Right.
even if you don't get to it that day, you know within a certain time that you're gonna get to it.
Yeah.
I think that's my problem. I want to have like a schedule for church, a schedule for the family, and a schedule. I'm like, girl, that don't work.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You
I've
gotta
been
have it all in
scheduling on my main business calendar
Uh-huh.
to make it easier for me to see
To
and
see.
keep up with.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep. I y'all know my fishing boat is sitting outside in the backyard. Not in the backyard, but under the awning.
I think
I
mine
just thinking about all the random stuff. I'm like, it's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be
It
all
is.
right.
It is. Your volunteers gonna give you a garden while you still just sit
Yep.
down. So,
Yeah, somebody gonna help me out.
yeah.
I was watching. I told you I watched. There's a video. I think I sent it to y'all. Did I send it to y'all? Y'all know my boy Luke over in My Gardener.
Mhm.
Did a video
I
about.
thought that's who you were talking about.
I knew. I knew
about
too.
once,
I wasn't gonna give enough satisfaction. I was like, yeah. I know.
once versus talk about wants versus need. That's why I said what I said about the bootstrap farmer. It's like it's not a need, it's really a want. You
Right.
know. And
You
but I
talking
thought
about,
it was
so you
a
were
good
talking about the
video.
trays, right?
Huh?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
talking about the trays?
Praise, yeah. But I mean, but he made a good point. A lot of times we see people in videos and we feel like we need what they have
Right.
to get started or
Right.
to have a successful garden where you don't need it.
Right.
And some people make it seem like if you do need it,
Right.
but there's a way to grow without it.
Right.
And I think
Before
the
all this
reason I
stuff
like
came
that video
about,
because he
people
said
was
you don't
doing
even
it.
need me, you know, to have a successful garden. And I was like, oh, that was bold. Okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, so everything's structure and a schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
So,
yes.
how many of y'all watched the James Pidgeoni from?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched him from time to
Yeah.
time.
Did you see
Tuck
that
went on
his
the floor,
dog
girl.
passed away?
Yeah, I was
Tuck
just
went
going
on
to
the
bring
floor.
that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tuck passed away.
Tuck passed away. That was
But
sad.
did
His
you
new
see all that land that they have now? That they
Yeah.
put the new growing area? I was like,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've been watching a
Yeah,
couple
Tenny
people
passed.
with
But Tuck passed.
new lands, and then if you watch, what's the girl? Benson's
Yeah.
in
Tim
Arizona.
Benson. Yes.
They bought land. Her and her husband has land now.
Hey, good.
Who is that?
And what is her name? Half a Team Benson.
Yes.
And my gardener bought land. Everybody's buying land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to buy some land.
Yep.
Is that what her name is?
I'm just gonna make what I have work because I've got it. I just got to make it work for me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because if you
4
don't,
acres.
and that's what I was thinking. I was like, anyway, we have family land.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was to move to where that land is and have to bring it up to where I would need it to be,
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm not funded for that,
Mm-hmm.
and my body can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's just, you know, something I don't need to do. But I can, like you say, work with what I have and maximize what I have here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And do the
That's what
best
you have
I
to-
can.
Yep. Yep.
I have plenty of space to grow a lot of things, but like I said, it's only me. It's
Yeah.
nobody out there. And I'm just like, because usually every year I expand my garden more and more. Well, I did put a raised bed, in-ground raised bed in the backyard, but I'm like, I don't have no one to help me with the way I'm expanding, so I didn't expand this year.
Team Benson Family Garden.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else? I like Promise View Acres.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Pregnant.
Them, yes.
Right. Now, I'm like, okay, is it me? Because I know that they had a big high tunnel put up, but I ain't seen now one video about that high tunnel since they put it up?
Probably because she's pregnant. I haven't watched it though.
This was
Right.
before she was even pregnant.
Yeah.
Well,
So
well,
I'm
maybe
wondering, do they got something going on in the back scenes? And then they're gonna be like, "Aha, this is what
Yep.
we're doing."
Right.
Yeah, they're
Right.
Team Benson.
Yeah, that's her.
I
It's
can't think of her name.
It's a
So
Say-
they're in Arizona. They're in the
Somebody
desert
tweeted
gardening. And so they just bought some property that they're building on.
Good.
So I'm assuming the old no is for Tuck.
Yeah.
Tuck went on the glory.
Yeah.
Now, I feel sorry for him, but I have no
Yes.
feelings about it one way or the other. Because y'all know how I feel about the animals. So, but
Don't
I've
let
never
the
had
animal
an
come
animal,
for you.
Yeah.
Tread lightly.
girl, listen, I ain't worried about it. At the end of the day, it ain't got nothing to do with my life. I feel sorry for the people
Yeah.
that are suffering their losses. I don't
Yeah.
minimize that. I recognize that you are attached to your pets and it's a grief process. I have no problem with it. What I said is Rashida has no investment in it at all. That's what I said. Nervousness is, yeah, when it's just you have to think about that too. And I was thinking about what I'm growing and how far do I want to expand? Because right now it's really basically I can ask for help, but for the most of the part it's me with
Right.
preserving, storing, doing the things. So doing that and caregiving, it's time consuming.
It is.
It really is time consuming. So there's a lot of other things I would love to grow, but realistically, right now I don't see how I could do it. But even though I plan on doing some corn this year, I don't know when I'm
I
gonna get in.
definitely got to do some more corn, and
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
hoping
do
I
corn.
can seed myself.
Buy your seed. Buy your seed.
I have some corn seed.
I have some corn seed, but the corn that I grew last year, and it was amazing. That's the first year we've gotten corn and harvested it. It was just, it was so good and sweet.
Mhm.
That's
But I
really good.
bought some corn seed, so I just got to figure out when to plant it. Should I start it as a transplant?
Just direct seed it.
You could do either or. I was on the Michigan State University Extension, the Michigan Extension, and you could do either or.
Mhm.
But and also because see, my thing is I have so many varieties of corn, and they were saying, oh, you just start them 10 days apart,
Yes.
long as one has fertilized or pollinated
Yeah.
before the other one comes up and ready
Right.
to pollinate.
Right.
And I said, okay, well, I'm gonna do 14 days. You're gonna tell me 10. I'm gonna do 14.
Yeah. I'm gonna do sweet corn, and I'm also gonna do popcorn. So
sorry,
yeah.
Netta.
I'm just doing
Yeah.
sweet corn.
mhm.
Any variety that you like more than other?
It'll be my first time with doing the popcorn or flour corn. First time doing that. But I had sweet corn out there, and they was also in the greenhouse, and all 36 of them died.
What variety was it, Cece?
It was just a regular sweet corn. It wasn't the hybrid of it. I think it was it wasn't peaches and cream. It was
Ambrose.
Mm-mm.
I got some glass.
Oh, the
corn.
glass corn. Oh, that's the ornamental kind of corn.
So yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Netta,
and then I
have you tried
earth tone.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Earth tone. Okay, so is that a sweet corn or is it more for flour to make cornbread or something?
So that's what I don't know.
And
They
that's
don't
the
say it
thing.
on there?
When I got that multi-pack, one of the corns I have says Flint corn, and I think that's it says it's a dry corn, so I'm assuming that's for milling for like cornmeal or
make
whatever.
cornmeal.
But Netta, for the squirrels, have you tried putting up an insect netting or a row cover of some sort, just until they get to be a bigger size? Because when they were digging up my garlic year before last, all I did was put down a netting, insect netting, and pinned it down with some bricks, and they left it alone.
And see why I don't do like in ground, like planting the corn in mine, because the ants take the corn away. So every time,
Oh,
yeah, the
it's
ants take the
Texas.
corn thing, and I'm putting it in there, and they're like, "Oh, look at her! She's just giving us
Well, if you
food." And so
if you
now I
just
grow
up
the
there,
corn and stick it in the ground.
Got it.
Okay, so it's for decoration or
Yep.
flower or bird
Okay.
feed. I just
Right.
Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't say on the pack, and so I'd be so annoyed. And this from your boy.
yep,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, I saw that. Yep.
That's fine.
My
All people
favorite.
have flaws. That's fine.
Listen, I ain't judging. I'm grateful for the reasonably priced
The
seeds.
decently priced seeds. You
Yes.
understand?
My favorite corn to grow is Gotta Have It. It's by Gurney's. It will give you the
Oh.
sweetest, best
Oh.
corn every time. Or even I'll even do is it Park? No, it's not Park Seed. It's Burpees. They're container corn because of course I grow in containers. So I do their container corn and it works so good. You just throw 12 in a 1 foot container, and 60 days you got corn. That is so good.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know where I got. I think this came in a pack. This is some golden bantan.
Yeah, that's the sweet corn.
That's your dollar store corn. That works too.
Yep. I
This
agree.
didn't come from the dollar store.
But you
This
can get
came-
it from the dollar store though.
Yep.
Get it
Oh,
from
From
the
the
really?
Dollar Tree. Uh-huh.
Tree. Yep, $4 for $1.
Well, here go all my Dollar Tree stuff right here.
What you get
I
from the
got-
Dollar Tree?
Huh?
What you get from the Dollar Tree? You been this year? This is what you did here. Now,
Didn't I send y'all a picture of this?
you may have, but you know my memory.
I got peas.
Yep.
Summer
yeah.
squash,
Mm-hmm.
winter squash. So I got summer squash in green and yellow. I got chives, cilantro, and dill. And I actually plan to give some of this to one of my coworkers he's like, girl, he's like, I don't know what you are. I don't know how you do all the things that you do. You work a full-time job, you got a notary business,
You
you're
Jamaican.
gardening, you're
Yep.
Jamaican.
like, he said, and you don't look your age. Like, who are you? So he came to me and said that he was going to try to grow some stuff on his patio. He's like, so let me know, some surefire things that aren't going to die. I said, first of all, I can't make you any promises that ain't nothing going to die.
You gonna have to put some work in, bruh.
Right. I told him, I said, I'm gonna pick up some I told him I picked up some seed packets and I'm gonna give him some things. So hopefully he'll grow some stuff this year.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Oh, y'all know what else I learned? Because who still has strawberry seeds that somehow you ended up with, but you always keep buying starts? Am I the only one?
Yeah, here.
I don't have strawberry seeds. I usually have those from Starts.
Well, you don't want the seeds because they it'd be the seeds from the side. They fickle,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yes.
they need to be co-stratified. I heard that somewhere on the internet. I did
Correct.
not know
Yeah,
that.
I do know the strawberries have to be. Yeah, I do know that.
They're just too tiny from the seeds. They the little alpine ones is all you can get from.
Yes.
They're too little. I like my
They're
big.
so small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna try to grow strawberries anymore.
Mm.
I'm gonna do it again this year. I'm gonna try one more
Oh,
time.
I'm so sorry, Netta. I fortunately, I don't think I had any pest problems with my corn this year.
Yeah, I didn't have any with mine either.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the issues with climates that don't get a lot of cold. Some things don't die.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some things don't die, and then by the time they come to cycle up, at least you've gotten your spring crop before they start attacking your summer crop. If you're starting
Well,
early.
I heard, and I don't know, was it Lisa that talked about it? I can't remember. But the insects don't really die; they just go dormant. They go in the grounds. They go in
and
where
they wake up.
yes, and then they come back out and ready to eat. But they don't die. They not going nowhere. They didn't, They
Well,
just
hybrid
hybrid.
in my
and I
cold. By the
think
time
that's
they come
true.
on, I'm gonna have me some stuff to pick.
Yeah. I
But,
did
yeah.
forget to mention that y'all know I planted all that garlic. So I am looking forward to prayerfully having a harvest of garlic this season. Because last
Right.
year when I
Yeah.
tried,
You gonna have a
most
good,
of
and
it
you had a good
rotted.
amount of cold too. You had a good amount of cold. You gonna have some big garlic. That's what I wanted to tell.
I hope so. And I planted them deep. I
What you
put them
said,
all
dear?
in the raised bed and I planted them like 4 to 6 inches deep.
Good. Cynthia, did you do elephant garlic?
I did.
You did? Okay. Yeah, because when you were talking about your garlic and it being cold, I was like, she about to have some big garlic this year. I'm like, she gonna have some big garlic. That cold didn't hit, that snow didn't hit. I said she gonna have big garlic. That's what I was gonna tell you online, but I forgot to type it.
Right.
So I expect you to have some big garlic this year, girl.
Well, stay tuned for my garlic. So that's a great question, cousin Angela. I would like to know that myself.
So we got a baby corn for
Baby corn.
For salad. I've never
They
done it.
probably have a hybrid, but I don't know of one off the top of my head.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know of any.
Okay.
Yeah, and that being in Florida, I only been to Florida twice. The first time I went to Florida, the humidity was so oppressive, and the air was so thick. It's like you can chew it. It was worse than when I was hot in Dallas. Okay, when I was in Dallas, it was hot. Okay, in Florida, I felt like that air was so thick, and it was like I must take over your whole life. Oh my gosh, I hated it.
That's how it is in Texas. Like you go out in the summer and it snatches your breath before you get out the door. It's just like, okay.
But see, when I was in Dallas, it wasn't that humid. Oh, but when
It's
I
more
went
humid.
to Orlando, girl, that air was wet.
Come to Virginia in the summertime. It'll get just as humid.
Come to the Houston area in the summertime.
How you doing?
Texas hands in the dirt. Hey, girl.
Oh, beautiful weather. Okay.
That's right. We're gonna keep
beating weather. Listen, I'm not here for, y'all know what I say. Anything above 75 is excessive to me, right? I can do with 80, 85 if I'm getting in some water, like lake water or whatever. But
triple digits.
No,
I don't mind it because that cold snow, all that kind of stuff. No, below 50, really, just leave me at 60 or above.
Girl, I'm gonna let you have it. I ain't really a fan of this snow. I promise you, if my parents wasn't still here, I probably would have been moved.
Where you gonna move to?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Somewhere in the middle of the United States.
Where there's tornadoes. That's all I think of.
I thought, girl, ain't nowhere to move. You don't trade one thing for the other.
Right.
Exactly.
Pass on 70 and below. All right, I'll let y'all have it. I like a nice fall day. Well, listen here, y'all. I thank y'all for chatting to. Anything else y'all want to cover before we hop off? Because y'all know I took some pills before I got on here, so then
I can tell you kind of rushing us to get off. Oh, she feeling it.
I'm leaning to the side and everything. Listen. What y'all want to talk about, Shelly? Because usually you be wanting to be like, all right, y'all, it's time for me to go.
I gotta go.
Now that she ain't got to go, she like, y'all in a hurry. What you want to talk about, Shelly?
Nothing. I'm just messing with
you. Harass me. I understand. It's been
a while. We haven't seen each other
long since we've been on here. Even though we be chatting offline. It's been a minute since the people seen us.
Right. We'll be back in 2 weeks. You coming back in 2 weeks, Jacqueline?
Absolutely.
I don't know about that, girl.
If you invite me, I'll be here.
Well, we're gonna look at the calendar. Somebody let me know. We know it ain't gonna be next Sunday because next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday.
I was gonna say so that's the 16th.
And guess where I will be on Super Bowl Sunday? I will be at Home and Gardens thing that they have in here in Houston. And a friend of mine, she asked me, she's like, "Hey, I got 4 free tickets to go to it." I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, it's gonna be Home and
You gonna
Garden.
vlog?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
So Netta, yeah, girl, we were MIA.
Okay.
You'll have to watch the replay. Rashida shares about her health issue, and so because it was fall and winter, we just didn't have any sessions.
No, that ain't why. What happened was I said y'all can have it without me, and somebody said nope. We'll wait till you come back.
Cynthia, do you remember that? I don't remember that.
I do remember that.
Who
Hold
said
on.
that? I
Let
don't
me
remember
see.
that conversation.
It wasn't me.
I was dealing with my own ailments. I was trying to recover myself.
Listen, I'm sitting here talking smack. I might have been the one that said that.
I think you was. I think it was you. That's why I'm looking at your. You can't tell, but I'm looking at your square. I'm like, it was you. I'm about to scroll back. It was you.
It's been busy though. It's been real busy.
But it's okay. Y'all needed a break from us. Y'all needed a break from us. Now we back. We'll be back if not in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, whatever. I don't have a big schedule, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. I just have to plot my course and not do too much because I know it takes a lot. Y'all know it takes a lot to when you're not used to doing it.
Yeah, you got to recover and recover well.
Yes.
But I will be planting some seeds in the meantime. I do plan to I don't have the nice good seed trays, and like you said, use what you have because I have some trays that I had purchased from, I don't know, I think we had gotten them from the dollar store. Rashida, remember we was texting, we was like, oh, so and so got these, and I went and bought sets. So my determination is I'm gonna use those up before I buy any.
I think I got one more set from Ollie's. Was it Ollie's?
Well, I don't have an Ollie's in my area.
No, Aldi's. It was Aldi's.
You might be
4-pack.
right.
I got one 4-pack left.
I think I have 2 or 3. So I'm gonna use them up, and then when they break up and crumble up, then I'll replace them with some of the nicer, lifelong-ish ones.
Good strap.
Yes. All right. Anybody got some closing words?
Have fun. Plan.
Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for being here. Everybody in the comments, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Even the trolls, go ahead and add to my comments so people can see my video. I don't care about you know what y'all do on your other time. But anyway, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for sharing the video and all the things that you do. I do want you to know before you leave this video that you are blessed. You are highly favored. You are the apple of your Father's eye. He is absolutely and positively concerned about you, like he's concerned about me. He thinks that you are the best thing since sliced bread, and you can cast all of your cares on him and know that God cares for you, and God loves you with an everlasting love, and there's nothing and no thing you can do about it. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. I will see y'all in a few weeks. Look out for your notifications. Cousin Angela, go ahead and subscribe because we'll be back in a few weeks. I will talk to y'all later. Ruth Kelly, want me to send you some sweet potato chips? Now, girl, I think.
It was nice meeting you, Jacqueline.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you,
Shelly.
We've been looking forward to this for so long.
Yes, I have.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night.